You are now listening to the Pip Chasers podcast.
Broken stupid will never be the same again.
And what's really, really bad is being broken stupid.
Yes, so we are here. Welcome to episode 3 of Pip Chasers podcast. This episode will be titled The Robots Are Coming. So in today's episode, we're going to get into this whole AI thing, what's going on, me being a software developer. I'm going to break down the ins and outs of this side of trading because it's pretty different from what you see on YouTube and all the other social media platforms traditionally. So, being a software coder, I can say that when I came to trading 3 years ago, I knew how to code, but I wasn't coding robots for Forex or any of that, right? But I was coding for different projects, websites, apps for Facebook, apps for Android, apps for Apple. I have my developer's license, still have it. And, I was coding for other people and things of that nature. I'm working on a project right now, pretty big. I won't get into it, but it's a pretty big project I'm working on now, actually. Might be the biggest that anyone from New York has done. But anyway, I digress on that. So, so pretty much, people have this weird way of not embracing the new way. It's just a human nature thing to be skeptical of something new. And that's pretty much what I see across the board with people who are learning to trade from YouTube versus people who are trading off of YouTube. And most traders who I've run into who are big traders, they have some kind of system, whether it be minor algorithms to sophisticated trading robots, even more sophisticated than mine. Mine are more geared towards new traders, so I simplify a lot of things, but they have all these algorithms that I've seen where they do high frequency trading. I'm completely against it, simply because I have not seen a high frequency formula that actually is profitable long term. Now, even with a regular robot like some of the ones I designed, if you just turn them on and let them run 24/7, you can end up negative. Now, you're not going to blow your account more than likely, but you can still end up negative if you don't have the right settings on the robots. Some of these robots don't even allow you to change the settings. So when they go wild, they go wild. They go completely crazy and they just ruin your account. And I won't lie, I spent maybe a year and a half with different developers trying to come up with a high frequency algorithm. And I can't find one that really works outside of the strategy that I use, which I don't want to take my strategy and turn it into a high frequency strategy, because that just it defeats the purpose of what I do. I like trading breakouts and I like catching a lot of pips. So for me, I can just stack a position on one trade that's breaking out for maybe 100 pips and stack that thing 4 or 5 times and get 500 pips right there. Boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as my man Negan would say. Right? And that's that. But, there's a lot of different ways to skin a cat. So I'm not always out here trying to knock everything. I've learned that you can't really knock things just because they don't work for you. So for me personally, that was my experience. Doesn't mean it doesn't work, or I just haven't run into the right one. Either way, though, I personally think AI is the future. Now, why do I think that? Let's get into that, because that's actually the more important version of the story. It takes the emotion out of trading. I get a lot of people that hit me up. They go through these emotions where they're excited, then they get lost, then they get depressed, then they fall off, they start slacking, they bury their head in their job or personal things. They move on, they come back, then they go, hey, I'm going to get a robot. I'm getting a robot Friday at 5 p.m. Then Monday comes, you don't hear from them. They pop up Tuesday. Hey, I won this trade. Hey, I'm excited. They back excited again. Then they're back in that cycle of doom that we talked about on the last episode. Back through the whole cycle. You win, you lose, you switch up, you start over. Now they disappear again. Then they see me posting my wins consistently. Hey, Jimmy, I want to get one of your robots. Yeah, I'm ready, man. Okay, cool, man. All right, I'm going to hit you up tomorrow at 12 p.m. 3 days later, yeah, I want to trade. Yeah. I'm like, good for you, brother. I mean, either way, I just want to see y'all winning. So if I'm seeing profitable results, I have nothing to complain about. So don't think I'm saying that to try and be funny or talk about how people don't win without my robots. There's plenty of people in the group that are trading how they trade. So don't think that everyone who's just winning is because they mess with me. I don't want to be arrogant and come off like that. That would be disingenuous. But anyway. So that's kind of the cycle I see, and I see it all the time, and I'm like, the main problem that those traders have is they're emotional, and we're human, and it's okay to be emotional, but that's why I like robots, because they just do their job. They don't have emotions. So You may have days that you have PTSD from trading on those days or those times or those sessions because you got cooked. I've been there. I'm still leery of Fridays. I still trade Fridays very lightly because of the PTSD I have for getting smoked on Friday. I remember my first year trading, I would give all my profits back on Friday. For some reason, Friday I would lose all my profits for the week. It was like clockwork. It was just crazy to me. So I like that I'm an AI trader now because now I don't have to have that emotion. All I have to do is make sure that I manage the robot and the robot manages the market. Much easier that way. Much easier. But you can't tell people who don't know that because what they don't know, they don't know. So I just look at all of that and I say to myself, man, this thing could be a lot better if people just realize that the emotion is the main problem you're having. It's the main problem we all have. It's what we go through. So AI trading is definitely dope and it is the future. Like I said, a lot of the more experienced traders that I meet who are not on social media or who don't have YouTube channels and things of that nature, they're using some kind of automated system and they figure out a pattern. They automate that pattern. They come to someone like me and we make it into an AI. And, that's it. They just do that day in and day out. I do it day in and day out. People keep asking me about my results. I do the same thing every day in and day out. You got to perform. Okay, you got to work. When you go to work and you having a lazy day, and you got one of those bosses who you wasn't kissing up to, they're going to kind of like notice that. And they might actually, say something, target you. It might be a problem because they know the type of work that you do on a regular basis. So when they see you slacking, they want you to cover for their little teacher's pets. You get what I'm saying? So the beauty of having robots is that performance is going to always be there. I'm going to always be able to perform at a higher level than a regular person because I'm using these robots. So, I look at all of this and I say, one day people will figure that out. One day people will catch on. But like I said, being an early adopter, there's a cost to that too. You're in your own space. Like in trading, if you don't know other traders, you're alone. But then when you're an AI trader, you're even more alone because everyone around you is going to be saying the same thing they hear on YouTube and other social media platforms. They're going to go, that doesn't work. 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 What is everybody talking about now? ITC. I'm like, okay, so that works. Yeah, it works. Everything works, guys. Anything you do can work if you just take time and figure out how to make it work. It's not really a rocket science to that part, but it be the emotions, it be the, the human part of us that gets us into these problems. That's what really causes the issues for us. So with that being said, I hope that at one point people just kind of catch on to it a little bit faster because people are missing out, man. With inflation in the country, the way things are going, the way how everything is just becoming so expensive, you just got to find ways to make money, man. When this guy Mitch McConnell said too many Americans are making money who are not working or staying home, I said, this is crazy. They're like literally making people pay for that. They think that people are making too much money, so they're going to start raising the prices of things to keep you from having money. So I'm like, man, if you could find any way to get your money, you do that. And then when people come, hey, I'm not using an indicator, or I'm not doing that, or I'm not doing this, what's all this you not stuff, man? You better do what you got to do to get by in this time we're living in. People kill me with that, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. All the entitlement. And I'm like, look at your results and then tell me, do you think you should even be talking like that? Should you be talking that way based off the results that you give? Should you even be talking that way? Let's be real here. Let's have a real conversation. A lot of people just want to be like their favorite trader, and they don't realize that may not be the path for you. You may be determined or destined to do more than your favorite trader. You may not be able to surpass or even reach the level of your favorite trader. It's all about what you're made of. It's all about how you're going to go about these things. So just understand, like, this is the future. So when you come to a Trade Game Official, we're in a different class of trading. It's going to be like we're ahead of the pack. We're ahead of our time here. Anybody here who's using AI of any kind, because some of y'all have different systems. Anybody who's using AI of any kind, if you're an AI trader or a person who's trading with tools, you're smarter than most because you're working smarter, not harder. You know, and that's just a fact. I know some people are going to go, well, that's... Da, 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 da. Listen, if you're sitting up there breaking your balls to get in a trade, when you can simply use an AI to automate your strategy and let the robot do it for you, you're working harder. It's nothing, no way around that. You're just working harder. And with that being said, the people who know better, who know better, do better, and the people who do better are ahead of the pack. Because most people are following. Most traders are followers. That's why that number is there, 90%. You know, I keep talking about that. That's like beating a dead horse, but I'm going to keep bringing it up because it's a real statistic that applies to so many things in the trading field, the trading atmosphere. But yeah, so let's take a minute for a commercial break, and I'll be right back.
Are you looking to make extra profit or getting ready to take a prop firm challenge? Then this trading system is just right for you. Welcome to our top-of-the-line elite trading system, the Pyrex Vision. This is our best work to date. Here we have 8 of my best moves locked into one trading system for anyone to use and start their journey to becoming a professional trader. Scalpers simply click Scalp Mode 1 or 2 for lower time frames and quick entries, or if you want to take long-term trades on higher time frames, click the Intraday or Swing Mode button. Sit back and let the robot do the rest. We focus on high probability, quality trades, and with our AI personality integrated, you will never miss a trade again. Turn on the EA and let it tell you everything the market is doing. And with your permission, my Pyrex Visions will become your reality. Log on to TradeGameOfficial.com now and see what system you would like to add to your collection of elite trading tools today.
So I'm back from the break. Yeah, man. So this segment right here, we're going to talk about the way people react to the robots. I mean, I had a very interesting situation happen today, and I thought it was just amazing. There was this guy who was following me, and this is not to be rude or disrespectful to him by any means. He's a really nice guy. But he hit me up and was asking me about a robot I had on sale. And he was telling me to put this whole salesman pitch on. And I'm like, man, you know, that's what the fake traders be doing, man. I was a little disappointed, man. I had damn near a meltdown behind it, man, because this dude been following me for a minute, man. That made me realize he don't be watching my videos and people don't be watching the content. They just come around to see what they could get. A lot of people are apprehensive about the robots because this is the new era. Like, a lot of people gonna get left behind or come in late. You know, they gotta follow somebody that they see doing it already. Somebody with a big following. It's like monkey see, monkey do with this trading, man. So I realized that I'm gonna have to just probably just start doing the whole marketing thing, because that's the only way people really gonna pay attention to what I'm talking about. If I'm not in a Lambo telling you to do some crazy stuff with a broker and get scammed and flip, I'm pretty convinced people just won't be interested. So I'm at a place now where, man, I'm just disappointed in this trading stuff, man, because there's too many people that's not really trading, or they have this weird way that they go about it, or they're just obsolete, man. And me being a person that's using AI, it's like you could tell who's just trading old fashioned, man. This is not 1986 back when trading was starting and computers just came out. This is a new era, man. Things are going to evolve. You got to get with the times out here. Y'all people be acting like y'all just want to get left behind. The way the country's going, and you got this BRIC system, this BRICS, where they're putting all these currencies together to go against the dollar. Y'all could wake up and this will be a third world country tomorrow. Then what do? So I don't know, man. I'm very, 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 very much wondering how this is all going to play out and end. But one thing's for certain, man, it ain't looking good for people. See, I come from the era where you work smarter, not harder. So I think it's weird when I see people just going against the grain like that. But hey, it is what it is, right? So for me, I'm going to just let my work speak for itself. I deleted a bunch of videos off the YouTube channel. just to give it a little bit more quality and guidance, and just to take a bunch of stuff down that people wasn't watching. And I'm gonna just sit back now, and I'm gonna just see what people do, man. I'm gonna enjoy watching people sink or swim, because I want to know who's gonna make it out there. Because I see where everything is heading. I guess just because I got this way of seeing ahead of my time, I see where everything's going. I see where it's heading, and I'm just curious, man. Because I try to bring a lot of people on board and get them on this boat with me, man. But it ain't working. People just want to do what they want to do, man. So I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I'm gonna see how all of it goes, and I'm gonna just wish people the best out there, man. Because this is crazy times, man. But yeah, so this is episode 3 of the Pip Chasers podcast. The robots are coming. I hope y'all are ready, man, because hopefully by the time you realize it, you already got your robot, you got your system going, you got whatever you're using, and you're not getting left behind, man, because already these brokers, these prop firms, they figuring it out, man. They getting their money, and a lot of y'all is up there just holding on to a hoping and prayer, man. Y'all just out there that 0.01 in it, baby, just 0.01 in it to death, man. Good luck with that, though, man. God bless y'all. I hope it all works out for y'all, you know? Yeah, so that's that segment. I ain't gonna make it longer than it need to be. I don't want this segment to be too long, since y'all barely be watching it. Y'all be, man. Listen, I need to have the sound of a Lambo in this podcast for people to listen to it, probably. But anyway, man. Yeah, we gonna go to another commercial real quick, and that'll be that. Let's flip out.
Ever wondered if there was a less stressful way to trade, or tired of missing opportunities to catch pips? Bank Series has you covered. From scalping intraday to swing trading strategies, trade any currencies, metals, stocks, and even crypto. Then this sophisticated, talking AI has you covered. Pick a system that best suits your desires, apply it to your chart, and let the robot tell you when it sees a potential setup. Then decide to take the trade yourself, or let the AI enter for you with a fully fleshed out setting that allows the AI to manage your trade for you, from floating stop loss to trailing stops. Taking a prop firm challenge? Don't worry, our bank system has risk management setting that you can turn on and never have to worry about if you're risking too much on any position. You can even tell the AI what time to start trading. So what are you waiting for? Pick one of our AI personalities and start your journey now.
All right, so we are back from that commercial break. I hope you're enjoying the content so far. Like I said in a previous podcast, I am trying to get people together for appearances in this podcast, but I'm not chasing people. And honestly, guys, I mean, at the end of the day, it's such a fickle world. I get so much rejection from other traders. It's crazy. So I'm just here doing this. I thought about it. I said, hey, man, it might be better to try and build a following based off just doing this by myself, because then that way I don't have to rely on people and be at their mercy. But I would like to get other people's opinions on these topics who trade, so that it can provide better content. So with that being said, I'm going to still push to get other people on the podcast just to appear, maybe get some regulars. It depends. We'll see where it goes. But I'm going to leave it organic. I learned that trying to force a circle into a square doesn't work. So anyway, let's move back into this topic. So let's talk about ChatGPT. A lot of people have been bringing that up, and I noticed that a lot of non-coding people are getting familiar with this AI and starting to step into the realm of coding through the help of these assistants, which is cool. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not one of those people that feel like my job is threatened by it or anything like that. I never was a full-time coder or anything. I just did it as a hobby, went to school for it and took it serious. I take everything I do serious. So with that being said, I have used ChatGPT to code robots, and honestly, if you don't know how to code, it's nothing to worry about. If you're a coder, people who don't know how to code will not get a sufficient robot from that. You will get a robot that will probably make you think robots don't work. And it's not recommended by me that somebody who has no experience with coding or anything do it, unless you want to do it for a hobby. But trying to actually go and code like a sophisticated robot like the ones I'm using, It's not going to happen. ChatGPT is not even capable of coding the robots that I make. So I'm not worried about that at all. It doesn't even have the capacity to code it, even if you get the paid version, right? So I'm in the clear on that. But even if it did, I still wouldn't be worried about it. I just think it's dope that people are starting to wake up to the power of AI and how it's going to make your life easier. I mean, if it's any kind of thing you do on the internet, it's going to make your life easier. So that's why I said with trading, I don't get why people are so pig-headed as far as they seem to be like a little bit pushing against trading with AI, but AI is doing everything else for people. Look at Hollywood right now. Look at the strikes, and people are saying that. Let's take, for instance, this movie, Meg 2. Meg 1 was a good movie to me. I actually enjoyed it pretty much. I was surprised. I watched it the other day, and I was like, oh, because I wanted to see 2, so I said, let me watch 1. And I actually thought it was pretty good. I said, man, this is not a bad movie. They said Mag 2 is not as good, which I'm going to find out. I'm going to watch it when I have time. But the interesting thing is they said AI wrote the script for that movie. And this is just rumors. I don't have any factual proof or anything. But look at what AI is doing for people. Look at how it's taking over. And people want to push against it. It's kind of too late. If you're pushing against AI at this point, like I said, you're working harder, not smarter. The tools are there. You might as well use them. And I feel the same way about Forex trading. Why would you trade raw when you could use robots to help you trade and become a god of trading? But whatever, I digress. I mean, people are going to do what they want to do. But I always feel like when I look at the pushback on it, that it refers to this 90% thing where people are not wanting you to get smarter. They're not wanting you to get better. They want you to stay relying on whatever they're selling you. And they want you to not be in these brokers getting killed. I had one guy, Ace, shout out to you. He should be on the podcast hopefully one day. He was in the Discord saying that he was having problems with his broker. I won't say which broker because this is a broker that should not be giving him this problem. But I've had the same issues with the same broker. And I'm going to do a video talking about these brokers one day where I break down like what my experiences were and I'll rate them for y'all. So just so y'all to know. But because I get asked a lot about brokers and I really don't like to talk about it because I have not had a good experience with any broker. And that's crazy to me. So maybe one of those brokers will make me an offer. And you might have to look at me sideways when I start popping up on YouTube talking about, hey, this is my new favorite broker. I got a 1 to 1 million leverage and I'm getting paid and I'm making $1 gazillion my first $1 million trading day. There's little red flags that's happening. I won't even get into all of that here, but you'll know when you see it once you become aware of what the games are, right? And I've been putting you on for a long time so you guys can start kind of catching on to what's really going on and who's really trading and who's selling you to your broker, okay? Or to a broker. Because a lot of subscribers get sold off to prop firms and brokers. At this point, y'all should be aware of that. If you're on episode 3 of my show, you should know that by now. Because I've said this so many times already now. So AI is just a way to beat back the system. So if you're sitting there breaking your ass trying to figure out how to trade without it, why are you doing that? Even MT4 comes with its own indicators that professional traders have made that partner with MT4, and they use those as tools to help you trade better. You know, the average professional trader is using at least a moving average, and you guys want to sit up there tomorrow. Oh, well, my chart's clear. I want to just trade this gap, and everyone's trading gaps now, and I'm like, that's cool. But when I post my video showing you the difference between trading gaps and trading price breaks, nothing's beating price break. Nothing. And if you don't know what that is, you should be more tuned into what we talk about over here. So to me, nothing beats that. That's the best entry on the chart to me. And I show my charts all the time to show y'all that. Shout out to the robot talking. There you go to AI. That's Alana, baby. That's Alana. I named that robot after this girl I had a crush on in school. Fun fact, by the way. When I was in junior high school, I had a crush on this girl named Alana. So I named the robot after her. And I name all my robots in sequential order of A, B, C. So since this is the 3rd generation, we're still in the A's. The next robot will have to probably be a B if I go by scientifical naming. The same way people name hurricanes, by the way. It's a system behind that. I know y'all didn't know that. That was very nerdy what I just said. So anyway, put on your nerd caps. I nerded y'all out. But anyway, I digress. So back on the topic. So yeah, that's pretty much all that it is, And we just hope that things get, better sooner for people because this country is getting very serious. We're looking like the generation that's going to be the last generation to see the dollar be prominent. The BRIC system, which I've been telling all my friends about, is very serious, and they're looking to try and get the dollar out of here, guys. So this generation of American people, y'all have to wake up and like make moves, because if you just stay in this cycle of 9 to 5 working, your kids will probably end up being third world peasants. No offense. But if you go based off the way things are looking with the current political system we have in structure, I won't get too political, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. So I think people better kind of wake up and start taking these opportunities more serious while they have them. You know, who's to say, you know, they won't ban MT4 or MT5, period, because people are making money. They find ways to stop people from making money. I learned that with the crypto. So hopefully people wake up to these things and they start taking them serious. But anyway, I'm not going to make this episode too long. Like I said, this is just a quick little piece of content for y'all to listen to. Hopefully while y'all at the gym, y'all at work, on your way to work, coming home, going to pick up the kids, running your errands, just to give y'all some content to listen to besides the, you know, boom, boom, bap, 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 boom, R&B or whatever. Something just different to spark the stimulus of the trading mind. Because when I was at work, I loved listening to trading content. There wasn't a lot out there. I was listening to podcasts about credit and all that because there wasn't too many about Forex. And the ones that are about Forex, let me take my shots real quick. It's a lot of like booty kissing and people talking about certain things. Like, you know, it's all on YouTube. We need content about the actual trading from a trader's perspective. We don't need to get two traders in a room and have them kiss each other's cheeks. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but you need a little something different in your life sometimes. No disrespect to these people. I promise you it's not. It's just, you know, let's talk Forex. Let's talk trading. Let's have a trader's conversation from a trader's perspective. Not just, hey, man, I love you. Oh, I love you too, man. You know, even when we get the Discord people in here, it don't got to be like that. But anyway, it's your boy Jimmy. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Pip Chasers. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you guys are liking and commenting and sharing the content, because I haven't got a chance to check because I'm too busy trying to keep this going. And if I go check and y'all haven't been liking and commenting, it's going to discourage me. And I'm going to start slowing down, because that's what I do when I see y'all putting this effort into this and y'all don't mess with it. And I see y'all messing with the fake trading. I get a little salty. I ain't going to hold ya. But anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Peace.
You are now listening to the Pip Chasers podcast.
Broken, stupid, will never be the same again.
And what's really, really bad is being broken stupid.